play League.
Don't start a League game.
Computer now.
Okay. On the computer? We're on the computer now.
Anyway, Evie, there is one singular song that I cannot stop thinking about that I am going to send to you. I don't know if you want to put it on the fucking playlist or whatever, but it won't get out of my head.
Oh, we all have songs that won't leave our heads today.
It will not leave my head. Which is fine, because it's a good song.
Yeah,
it will not.
now that Deftones song is just permanently just Freddy Fazbear in my brain now. That's good. That's good. I've
done this to you.
Evie, it's in the dump.
Alright, everybody.
Stuck in my head.
Quiet down. Calm down. It's time for us to get started. Who'd like to give us the recap?
I can do it this time, actually.
Cool. Hit it. Before we do, just baby, cabrones, it's Vietnam!
It's Vietnam!
Cracking that shit into the mic. Okay, you can continue now. Give the recap.
Alrighty. So, when we left off last session, we were spending some time in the bathhouse. However, there was some weird fuck shit going on, because every single time we woke up, it turned out that we were trapped in some kind of loop. We kept dying repeatedly and waking up, and we don't know why. We don't know how it's happening or how to stop it, and now we gotta figure that out. We had to end a little bit early last time because some fuck shit was going on with the technical issues, so we are right smack dab in the middle of that. Miris and Vin have found their people companions that are going to be walking us through all this bullshit because we don't know where we're going. And it's puzzle time, so that's what we got going on.
You also left out that Estrella avoided the conflict
by
going back to bed.
Straight up just avoided the bullshit.
Yes.
And now that the Majongler is here, personally, my vote is that we open up with them finding out about the fuck shit.
It's time for Osk.
Yes, and the actual clown species.
Yes, the actual clown species has finally been introduced.
Making the gamers question, is Vin racist?
Because apparently, unbeknownst to all of us, Vin has been doing clown face this entire time.
It's a difficult conversation. We'll have to have that another day when we're not fighting for our lives. I'm not fighting for my life. I'm doing great.
I am surrounded by other archivists, so catastrophe could hit at any point.
This could be either really good or really bad.
Yeah.
I imagine that for the archivists, having multiple of them in one area is just begging for something to go wrong. It's like the more archivists there are in one spot, the more likely it is that something is going to kill one of them.
Probably.
Give him ideas. Don't give him ideas. Make fun of him. I'm rather fond of Murmur. Can't wait for. Again, I need Murmur and Vin to have more shenanigans.
Yeah, if you're gonna use it. Yeah,
just the art pieces.
Evie, if you're gonna do that, can you just make it humorously accidentally murdering other archivists than the one that we like and is our favorite?
Call them slurs.
What?
Wait, who are we calling slurs?
The archivists?
Yeah. Okay, let's start session. Let's start session proper now.
Alright. We're gonna go top to bottom and pick up where we left off with each of you. Fish.
Yes. I remember. So.
Go ahead.
Yes. I was gonna go with what I remember, but you go actually. I forgot. It's your job.
You and Orin are, well, Orin, specifically, is currently, please correct me if I'm getting this wrong here, trying their best to break their way through a wall.
Was that where we left off? Because I thought I was going
into
back,
it.
like towards the rooms. I remember like because I
Right,
remember
you
we were
were
gonna
going back.
like,
Thank you for reminding
Yeah.
me.
because I was going through the notebook and I saw that we had kept trying this over and over and over and over again, seemingly to nothing. And so I decided to try and do something different to see if like that would help more. I was planning on going back to the rooms and trying to explore in there a little bit more. But we didn't have a chance to get back to where I was gonna be going before shitfuck. So that is what I am doing. I am taking Orin back to where Miras and Vin's rooms were.
All right, so the two of you are heading back to Miras and Vin's rooms.
Mhm.
All right.
But
I'm actually gonna need.
I want to take a
What?
different pathway though, and see if there's anything I can see like along the way.
All right. In that case, the first thing I would like you to do for me is roll me a perception check.
Okay. I don't understand why the brown bear is at the top instead of Miras. But
It's B.
perception.
B.
Here he is.
B for bear. Freddy
Yeah,
Fazbear.
well,
Look at those big old eyes. Of course he can see everything.
he's walking up to somebody and saying, "What is that?"
Right. You and Orin have been walking for a good while now.
Mhm.
Something's not adding up in your head. You should have reached the stairs by now.
Mhm.
It doesn't take long for you to realize you've walked past physically where the stairs should have been.
And there was no way back up.
Correct. Notably, this place isn't looping. You're not going in a circle. But it's like the stairs were never there in the first place.
Interesting.
Because you
Have
got
we
above an
passed-
18.
Huh?
Because you got above an 18, you can tell that you are currently trapped in some kind of illusion.
Mm.
Whatever's going on here is a falsity of some kind. You're not entirely sure how it's been falsified, but this is fake.
Okay. Given that it's an illusion, and the things that should be there are there and just not visible because of the illusion, can I cast Creeping Eyes on where the stairs should be and see if they're still physically there?
Are you sure you want to use a spell slot for this?
Actually, when you word it like that, maybe not. Fuck, I guess we're going back to the tunnels then. If we can't get back up. That was fruitless effort. Damn. Is there any indication down in the tunnels, like which way we should not go to kind of like help figure out which way we should go?
Roll survival. Okay. From what you can tell, whatever illusion that you are currently trapped in seems to be trying to push you towards a certain location. You do not know when, but at some point you crossed a boundary that could be best described as a point of no return.
Mhm.
However, you don't think that it's perfect. Anything created by a mortal creature can't be perfect.
Okay. So it definitely wants us to go somewhere, but the question is, does it want us to go there so it can kill us, or because it can't prevent us from not going that way? Is that the right way or the wrong way? Fuck.
That's correct. Or maybe it's wrong.
Would it be a bad idea to go look out the window and reset myself?
Are you going to do so? Do you walk up to the window?
Yeah, sure, I'll walk up to the window.
You walk up to a window.
Oh, before I do that, I am going to write that there is a point of no return in the notebook, because if I don't, then I'm not going to remember that.
All right. You write
Okay.
down into your notebook, there is a point of no return. As you walk to the window and stare out it, the last thing you see before you wake up back in your bed is your own body hanging from the windowsill by a noose.
Oh, that's fucked up.
You awaken back in your bed with no memory of the past events.
Mhm.
When you awaken, I would like you to roll me a d6.
Oh.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. But we'll move on to the next one. Free Steve.
Hi.
Ah. The
Hi.
two clowns. Clown and clown asterisk.
Clown adjacent.
Incredible.
Clown adjacent.
The two of you are currently going in the opposite direction. The two of you are going up.
Yes.
Are you having a conversation with your new clown friend at all while the two of you are heading up there?
So, what exactly is it like? Just not having to do your makeup all the time and spend all your money on it.
He's still kind of confused about the question as he thinks. Well, I still have to take care of myself, obviously. I have an entire skincare routine.
That's very important, yeah, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta moisturize and all that.
Yes, I can't have this beautiful white fade after all.
Exactly. We're two kindred spirits in a way, honestly.
Yes,
It'd be a
of course
shame
we are.
It'd be a shame if you were some sort of horrible monster.
What?
Why?
I mean, apparently we've died multiple times, and it's very convenient that I find someone I've never met before, but apparently I have. All of the situation, it's making me a bit paranoid.
It is possible that we constantly die in the same location.
It's true, yeah, we keep dying in similar spots.
Roll me a survival check, Ben.
I was about to ask if I could, like, perception or something, but yeah. Let me do survival. I'm not very good at that. Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
This place is fucking weird.
Boy, this place
This bathhouse is way bigger than you thought it was.
This place is a mismanaged nightmare. God's forsaken.
Yeah, this place is How do they run this place? Like, really? This place is massive.
Well, apparently they've been doing this long enough, so they don't need the signs.
Do you think we could convince them to add signs after this?
I have an in with the owner. I could maybe ask her, maybe about putting up signs.
Honestly, it's honestly surprising that there haven't been any safety incidents before this. Although I suppose that every group usually has an attendant guiding them
Yes,
around.
yes,
Guiding
but
them.
it's still though, in case of emergency, look to the signs.
Speaking of, where are the attendants?
It's too quiet, honestly, and I don't like it. Can I perception to like look around, see if I notice anything?
Yes, you may. Vin.
Yeah.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Fuck. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Vin. You lock eyes out the window before remembering the statement not to look out the window, but something's weird about it to you. There's something out there in the black, in the dark. And it feels like you weren't supposed to be able to see it.
Hmm.
It's this deep feeling in the pit of your stomach. The kind that only comes after a very long career of, being a goddamn criminal. You seeing it wasn't part of the plan.
I duck under the window just to like quickly hide and cover, cover my ass, make sure it didn't see me or anything.
Are you okay?
I motion for him to keep quiet and get down.
He will do so, seeing as you have not attempted to stab him yet.
I'll motion for him just an inch closer.
As the two of you are hiding underneath the window, you see just the bare tip head of something lean in through the window and look left down the hall and look right down the hall.
I'm going to do something very reckless, Evie. Are you okay with that?
Oh boy.
I do not control your character.
Right. I'm gonna pull the dagger and just stab it right through the bottom of its neck.
Okay. So it does not know where you currently are. I will state that it knows you saw it, but it didn't catch you, go under the windowsill. I did
So
roll
will I
for
have
that.
sneak attack?
You do have advantage on
Oh
this
my
roll to hit,
god.
because it does
Holy
not
shit.
know where you are.
Oh my god.
Come on, you fucking rogue! Let's do it! Let's do it!
17 hits.
Okay, hold on. I gotta.
You got the bastard. You got the bastard. In the
Yeah.
fucking neck.
It is now time to come.
Is that 11 total damage?
11 total damage as I just slam the knife upwards, looking up at it.
Because you rolled odd, your buddy, is going to use one of his abilities, and you get to roll an extra sneak attack dice.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck!
Fun fact, this clown's actually a support character.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah!
So that's 13 total.
Yes.
Okay. As you stab up into this thing's sort of jaw/throat area, it's really hard to tell. As you stab into it, everyone in the illusion hears this blood-curdling screech.
Oh fuck.
the environment itself seems to begin to warp and shift as you all find yourselves randomly placed at different areas of the bathhouse again.
Ah, shit!
Do I have the notebook with me?
You do.
Okay, thank God.
Vin,
Yes.
you are not in the bathhouse. You are outside of it.
Oh.
Is the clown with me?
The clown is indeed with you. Yes. The two of you are in the semi-perceptual void outside of the bathhouse.
Like, keep close. We've clearly upset it. The poor bastards.
I wonder why.
Look, mate, that thing is sinister and it's not good. Nothing good about that thing is written on there. I have a feeling. You have to trust me on this.
Okay. So I did not think this would be happening so soon, but Vin.
Yes.
First, I'm going to explain the way that this character works. He technically acts on your turn. If everybody will please get excited, it's time for initiative.
Yeah!
Oh!
Oh, I got a fucking 23. What the fuck?
Real quick. I need to apparently clear this. Please add yourselves to initiative as required.
Man, fucking. Holy shit.
This everyone doubts me. Everyone doubts me because he's stupid. But he keeps winning.
That's why
Yeah.
Murmur is so mad about him. Literally.
Hey,
It's
Evie.
going in the notes. Another common Vin
Yes.
W.
Right?
I do not know how to add myself to the initiative manually, but I would like to keep my 23.
Put yourself down
You
on
have
the
to
board.
right click yourself, and you'll be. I don't know if that's.
Yeah.
I don't know
If you right click yourself, you'll
Okay.
see an option for it.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you said people that were affected by it, does Australia count? Since she's technically not in it.
Oh.
You are not affected by it. You are sadly not in this combat.
Oh shit!
You guys don't have the healer.
Ah
Uh-oh.
fuck! I don't have any of my proper equipment. All I have is a dagger.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's Osk
will
here.
state you do hear the scream though, but for you hear it coming from a specific part of the bathhouse.
Well, I'm just gonna start adding there then.
All right, go ahead and roll me athletics just to get a good idea of how fast you get there.
Athletics. How good she at running? Let's find out.
The candle of the day is strawberry snowflakes, by the way.
Nice.
Awesome. Yes, you are Osk. And Osk, I am actually going, when we get to your turn, I am going to get to you. Because I actually rolled for a couple of things involving this illusion. And it's going to be really, really funny how you end up in this scene.
I don't know if I like being.
What's that, Osk?
Like, I'm gonna get you. Sorry.
You were so face boosted. It's so hard to
So
understand what you're saying.
It's so cuberty. It's so funny. I love it. It's literally just Cubert.
You need to keep this mic. I think.
It's the last one. It's the mic with my computer. I just never use it.
Yeah, you just gotta so that you can pull it out at random times just to like out of
It's
nowhere
so
clock us upside the head with some bullshit, cause that'd be too damn fucking funny.
so funny.
Anyway, another common Vin W.
Another common Vin W.
Fucking insane,
this?
bro. I'm over here just bumbling around like a goddamn idiot. You're stabbing motherfuckers in the neck. Goddamn. We are not the same, and it's horrible.
At least I have an idea that like somebody fucking hit it. Somebody clearly hit it.
Yeah.
I'm informed enough.
Australia just gotta hear. He
Has
does
Orc been dumped nearby me as well since I decided to fucking reset myself during this bullshit?
Yeah, Australia just here.
I like to imagine what the other archivists heard when I got shooped to another location was just
Anyway, so I
Damn, I don't have evasion till level 7.
God, I still want one of these, chat. I'm on pin.
No, I don't get uncanny dodge until level 5.
yeah.
I still want one of these so bad.
I need that to be cheesy as fuck.
Cheesy as fuck.
Oh, I love that, Lilith. The
I love
fucking boom
rogues.
scissors. Oh my god.
I love
All right,
rogues.
is everybody on the initiative? Who's going to be in the fight?
Here.
Oh, why is mine still
wait.
0?
Did you ever you change the value of yours?
There we
I
go.
thought they did
I
the
set them up. It's okay.
Change it to
Okay.
1. Don't let them have this.
Oh.
All right.
Roll
Hey,
the 20.
okay. So we're starting with our archivist.
Hi.
Hey, what the fuck was that? What the
Where am I, by the way?
You are currently in a random ass hallway. You have no idea where you are located spatially.
Fuck. Shit. Okay.
Fun fact: the puzzle was finding a way to do damage to that creature.
Oh.
Clearly,
that was the puzzle. Finding a way to hurt it.
Clearly, it got hurt.
A common Vin W.
Because the goal was to hurt it, and we were gonna do that, but now we don't know where the fuck I am.
You know, it's the closest thing we have right now. So, where is it? We win.
You win.
We win. It. Shit. So is there any noise? Is there any like?
You heard the scream echoing from all around you. It's kind of hard to pinpoint specifically where it might have come from. Oh shit! Hold on, I forgot to roll initiative for the creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now you guys are in active combat with it. Oh fuck! I forgot to actually upload the creature.
The creature.
The creature.
The creature.
I need to get it out.
Damn, I wish I had like just a picture of my fucking creature.
Is Estrella's icon now just her strangling Vin?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
Good.
Fantastic.
No, I fucking
very good.
wish I had a screenshot of fucking creature from Web Fishing to send for Evie to use as the token for the creature.
Would be a little funny. You win.
I apologize. It's been a busy week.
Nah,
No, you're good.
You're good. You're good.
My god, it's taking everything in my power not to grab that notebook and read you guys the evil team blurb.
Yeah, don't. I don't want to know.
I know. By the way, Sky, do you want to be in my Pokemon game whenever I do it?
Sure.
I understood that one!
So did I.
Woohoo!
It's only
Communication success.
Here we go.
Creature.
Jesus.
Oh! It's giving Rainbow Factory. Well, it's giving a little bit of Rainbow Factory.
It is giving a little
I'm
bit
getting
Rainbow
Pokey
Factory.
out of it. I'm getting
Alright.
Pokey out of it.
So, before you take your turn, the creature is going to use its first layer action.
Okay, great.
I'm I'm not going to reveal exactly what that layer action does until we get to the creature's actual turn.
Right.
Just know that it did do a thing.
It did something.
But your turn's up. What are you doing?
Fuck. Do I hear, see any? Is there anything happening that gives me an idea of what's going on? Of something being
well, you've
near me?
determined pretty quickly that this is a fucking illusion.
Right.
The second thing that you've determined is something probably hurt it.
Yes.
And probably pretty badly too.
Right. Okay, where am I? I guess I'm gonna have to try to fucking look for it.
You may roll your choice of investigation, perception, or survival.
Investigation's gonna be. Yeah, no, my rolls are coming back to me. I have a +4 to this.
The main lobby. You arrive in the main lobby, and it is currently upside down.
Fuck. Well, that's not right. Okay. Turning around.
All right. That was your action for the turn. Anything else?
Other than turning the fuck around, no. That's it.
All right. Hey, Fish.
Yes.
What the fuck's going on?
I would like to cast Fairy.
What are you casting?
Fairy Fire.
What's the target?
It's every object in a 20-foot cube. Vaguely the direction of the scream.
The scream came from everywhere to your senses.
Fuck. Okay. Damn. I don't know. Then that was my only idea. I guess I'll just also try and guess.
Investigation, perception, or survival. Your choice.
My eyes rarely fail me, except for today, I guess.
You take one look out the window. You see Vin and some weird clown guy squaring up against what can only be described as a living shadow.
What the fuck?
So, you're pretty sure you found what you're looking for.
Interesting. You know, it seems like a really good time to climb out the window and be a bear.
I'm a bear.
Right, it's a bonus action for you to wild shape, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm a bear.
I'm a bear.
Truly.
There's a bear now.
There is bear.
But yeah, that's gonna be my turn because the perception was an action, right? Or no?
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna see it, and now I'm a bear.
Oh, thank God, Fish is here.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for now.
We see as Fish crashes in through the void.
Fish. The fact that you've announced Fish is here and Clown Man looks and sees a bear is really funny.
I'm slaying all item, mate. Don't worry.
Okay. You arrive outside in bear mode.
Yes. Though I guess I haven't moved yet. Can I run at it and just be over there so I can just hurry up and attack it next time?
Yes, you may. It
Okay.
is now the creature.
The creature.
From the feature.
La
A
criatura.
creature feature.
La criatura.
Okay, the bear is next to it. It's going to make its 2 attacks against the bear. First
thought it was-
attack hit is a 17. Is that a hit?
17 on the bear. Hold on, give me a second. Let me.
I wanted to watch a movie, but instead I watched a feature featuring the
Maybe
creature.
the creature.
Sorry, I'm trying to
I'll
see if I
kill
can
you.
find.
You try.
No, he's going to. He's gonna kill Vin. That's a threat.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, if he
Give me a
kills
That's
Vin,
not a
second.
threat, that's a fucking promise.
And remember, Vin doesn't have his equipment.
if Vin dies, simply make a worse character on purpose.
Make a worse character. Make
I'll tell you.
make cooler Eevee.
Make him regret killing Vin.
I'm gonna make my next character Eevee, but name him Cooler Eevee. Just Photoshop a picture of Eevee with sunglasses.
Okay, so an 18 hits for the first attack. You take 6 psychic damage.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Second attack. A 12, I'm fairly certain doesn't hit, but just confirming.
Again, I'm still trying to remember how my AC is calculated in Wild Shape. I know it's funky. I'm pretty sure it's 13. I think I remember it being 13 from the last time, so 12 wouldn't hit, but at the same time, I don't know. I really just cannot remember it, and it's never easy to find. We'll just call it 13 and say a 12 hits. Or a 12 doesn't hit.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that there is a specific AC calculation for the 2025 rule set.
There
I
is.
can look it up.
Yeah, somebody please look it up. It is important for this fight
over.
that this is consistent.
Yeah.
You gain a number of temporary
I
hit
think-
points equal to your druid level for that as well.
Yeah, so my druid level is 4, so I've
Your
already
game
eaten
statistics
all of
are
that.
replaced by the beast stat block. You retain the creature type, hit points, hit die, intelligence, wisdoms. You retain your hit points, hit die, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's any AC bonus or anything you can get from wild shaping. You're stuck as the AC of the creature.
Okay, so it'll be 11 then.
Unless Moon Druid does something specific, in which case I have to check. Oh yeah, no, never mind. Until you leave your form, your AC equals 13 plus your Wisdom modifier, if the total is higher than the beast's AC. So what's Miris's
I knew
Wisdom
it was
modifier?
Okay, like that. My wisdom modifier is. Hold on, I'm looking at the brown bear.
Jeez, fucking dump
3. Mother.
So you have a 16 AC as the bear, if it's not already higher. And you gain temporary hit points equal to 3 times your druid's level. So 3 times 7, that's 12, I believe. So you have 12 temp HP and a 16 AC as a bear. Or any other animal, really, but bear is just the best for combat.
I'm a bear.
Brr.
Is
Do
he
like
back
that
yet?
we have that call and response.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just checking a couple things. So, what is the armor class?
16.
Bear.
And they have 12 temp HP.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sorry, that was a bad time for an error. Okay, so 12 temp HP, which is actually 6 because I already took 6 damage, and my AC is 16.
I'm a bear.
Okay. So I was right in assuming that a 13 would not hit.
Yes, a
Yes.
13 would not hit.
Okay.
I knew I had that written down somewhere. I can't find the notes.
The creature is going to use its bonus action to invoke the layer action it took previously.
Mhm.
I need Vin to make me another wisdom save.
Oh god. 18.
You are unaffected.
Oh, thank Christ.
And that ends the creature's turn. Vin, you're up.
Right. So Vin's gonna walk up, all cool and shit, with knife in hand. And I do get sneak attack since there's a friendly creature within 5 feet of the monster.
A bear.
A bear.
It's the bear.
Stab. Fuck.
Oh,
Fumble.
it says fumble.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Bonus action disengage.
Hell yeah.
I'm running away.
I'm
All right,
running
you are
behind the bear.
disengaged.
I'm running behind the
And you
bear.
are now behind the bear.
The bear.
Oh.
I fumble my stab and I run behind the bear.
I'm
Good
a
thinking.
bear.
And that is my turn, Evie. I rest my case.
My king.
All right. With that, Osk.
Hi, I'm here too.
I'm gonna set the scene a little for you. All right.
Okay.
You've been stumbling around, but can only be described as a fucking nightmare realm for the better part of a couple of
Epic.
hours. Nothing about this place has made any goddamn sense. But
That's just true to life.
there really hasn't been a whole lot that's been able to actually put you down. So unlike everybody else here, you haven't gone through any loops.
Yeah. I'm like
So you've had a pretty good idea of what's
pumping.
going on.
Chumbawamba.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
But I get up
Never
again.
gonna keep me down.
Never down.
So I rolled for where the random port where it sent you, right? You are currently 2 stories up above where the creature currently is on the outside wall.
Oh, perfect.
Do I know that I'm 2 floors above?
You can look down and see the creature.
Lucky to it.
Vin, some random clown, a and a bear are currently squaring up against it.
The bear looks familiar.
It's a
guess
very
I don't know if
familiar
I should be
bear, yes.
And
cool
so,
or not.
and so does that guy outside of his makeup and outfit.
Yeah, be cool.
He's not as familiar. Also, oh right. Also, Vin's got a new outfit. It's red and black. Yeah, honestly looks pretty
Ooh.
nice.
We don't know who that guy in his pants is, though. He's some random freak. Vin, however, has a new outfit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay, made a new outfit. Well, shit. Two stories above, you say? Very interesting. You are leading me down a path here mentally that I'm not sure if I want to do.
Come on, you you know
It
you
would be
want to do
so
it.
fucking cool
You
though.
know
Oh,
you want to do it.
You
But I
know
do
you
want to jump 2 floors down just to fucking tackle the thing.
With
I
the
do want to
people's
do it.
elbow.
I do want to just fucking suplex from like the sky.
Also, how
You
did
know, with-
why did your mic quality suddenly go way up?
I figured out that I have Bluetooth headphones and they have a microphone in them. I
Oh,
never
good.
used it for that.
Sweet.
But,
That's good.
yeah, so I was
Well,
fiddling
your
with Bluetooth while y'all were taking your turns.
That's good.
Yeah.
you have decubertified.
I still have a cold though, ish. So
That's a shame.
yeah, you know how it is.
You know how it
Ow.
is, spaghetti.
My head hurt. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, you know how it is. Just kidding.
You should probably drink water.
I got a water.
That's
You
good.
should drink Dr. Pepper.
Drink it.
You should drink Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
actually,
the
you're right.
elixir.
The elixir of God's
Dr.
nectar.
Pember. Evie, I'd like to jump
Yes.
onto the creature.
Okay.
Am I allowed to?
So here's how I'm going to handle this. You are gonna make a roll to hit.
Okay. Oh, that's just unarmed?
Are you also hulking out? Is the question.
Yeah. I do be able to do that though. Is that I forget, is that a bonus action or a regular ass action is the
It
problem?
should be able to tell you on your sheet, I think.
Yeah, that's a regular ass action.
Oh.
But jumping is not an action, now is it?
I think it is actually.
Damn. Ruined by action economy again. We should be playing a better game.
Exactly.
Let's
Everybody
convert
hop
to
on Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Just, you know, mid.
Yes.
Mid game, we are changing systems.
We are playing Cyberpunk again.
Let's
Oh,
go!
But I'm playing the same character.
And I'm somehow and somehow we still have magicians and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions.
It's technology.
Don't ask questions.
Exactly, it's technology.
Something magic technology quote.
Don't ask questions.
Dude,
Is that what they
I
said about
need
the
to
Necrons?
know how Fish Bear makes sense in fucking Cyberpunk.
Don't ask
Don't worry
questions.
about it.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
All right. So what you're
This
going to
sauce is
do
fucking me up.
for me,
Yep.
right? I've
Mhm.
just finished the math for this.
Alright.
I want to first make sure I understand what you're wanting to do
I'll be
here.
right-
You're
I'll be
gonna
right
jump
Yeah.
back, y'all.
off and go straight, try to fall straight down on top of this guy.
Exactly.
I assume you're just doing the equivalent of giving him the fucking people's elbow.
You assume correctly.
Okay, we are on the same page. So what you're going to do, because the creature is also not aware of your existence, you're gonna get advantage on this. But
awesome.
you and the creature will also be taking appropriate fall damage.
Right.
That's fine. I have full health. My health is a resource.
That is the correct mentality. Roll to
Yeah.
hit with an unarmed strike at advantage.
I am the one who takes the hits, who needs the gun, who I forgot how to the fucking Denzel song halfway through making that reference. Anyway, yeah. That's a good advantage, I'd say.
A 25 is a solid hit. So you're gonna roll your unarmed damage, right?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna roll me, if I got my math here right,
back.
an additional 4d6.
Hey, yo.
I'm back. What I miss?
He hit it as he's going down.
This fucking guy.
25 to hit
No.
and an additional 4d6 damage.
Yeah, they
You know
hit
what
it.
you know what that sounds like? That sounds like gaming.
Yeah.
They hit, now they go.
I think that's correct. I have a lot of modifiers for this. You aren't holding any weapons when you make it a d6 becomes a d8. Did it? So it should have been the d8. So I should have changed that automatically. Damn.
All right, so you got the 12 in. Now, where's the additional 46?
I will roll that now. 46. Max damage, max damage, max damage, max damage. Oh, that's not
Pretty
bad.
damn close to max.
Yeah.
That's 30
I wanted it to be
total
a
damage.
24.
I would now like for you to describe what the party see as you suddenly come crashing into the scene.
So, having a bit of a deja vu moment here. I don't know if you remember, but my first scene in this campaign, I crashed through the ceiling onto a table because I was gonna elbow somebody before
But this
I went
time
into
it's on
the portal.
purpose.
This time, I don't think there's gonna be a portal coming to fuck me up. So I don't know. I just kind of, after walking through the labyrinth, mind palace nonsense, and going off. Oh no, this makes sense. That's a creature I get to fuck up. So I just jump. I
Two
jump
of my
and I
friends
elbow.
are fighting it, yeah.
Exactly.
And some weird shirtless guy.
Exactly. There's not very much thinking that goes on here. More of like a aha. I know what to do now. No words, only elbow.
Only the people's elbow.
Only the people's elbow.
Exactly.
Again, it's
As
WrestleMania.
Yeah, as you impact this creature, you all again hear this loud as fuck scream.
Oh Jesus!
So, with that, is that the end of your turn, Osk?
I think that's all I can do. I don't think I have anything good that's bonus actiony. All my shit takes place. My action economy is really fucking. Oh wait.
Can you grapple since you hit it with an unarmed strike?
You know, now that I read my character sheet again, which of course I do very often. I know what, all the things I can do with my abilities, and I don't have to refamiliarize myself with this long ass fucking sheet that I made. I forgot to grab this again. BRB.
Me having to remember how wild shape works weeks after the only other encounter we had where I was involved.
I took a feat that gives me more things to do with grappling as well. Yeah. So when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike as part of the attack action on your turn, you can use both the damage and the grapple option.
Yeah.
So I would like
do you want to
use
attack
the grapple option here. Yes. I would like the damage and grapple.
Roll for grapple.
And that is just athletics, right?
Yes.
That's not great.
The creature succeeds and does
Hold
not
on.
end up.
Can I use this here?
Tactical
Is
mind.
this an ability check?
This does count as an ability check.
Let's go!
I'll do this I'll do this in addition. So I'll roll a d10 on top.
Come on, baby.
9?
That's good. That's a solid 17 right there.
17?
17 turns that failure into a success as you push yourself to grab the physical form of this being. What there is.
Who needs second wind when I can make myself grapple?
Let's fucking go.
Wahoo!
I'm winning.
I had a whole nightmare mechanic
Chad, I'm
ready for
winning.
the fight, and you guys are just sitting here giving it the people's elbow.
It's
Shadow Winner.
incredible. We love Osk.
We love Osk
That's
so
how it goes.
much, dude.
I'm so
Be
happy
epic.
to have Osk back. I missed Osk.
I miss them.
I'm so glad they get to enjoy it
miss
and,
my
and
wife
give this
too.
help me survive my lack of
wife.
gear.
Fun fact:
Love.
this encounter was balanced around you guys going through the loop a couple more times and accruing a further stacking debuff before the fight.
Oh my god.
Too bad. Vin is epic.
Thank you,
Comment
Bean.
Vin W.
Above the table, the way this thing eats people is by sort of whittling you down through the loops and
Right.
then eating you.
Yeah, because
Oh,
that's how that
yeah.
works.
That was what the 1d6 was for.
That's-
You had to remember that number.
Let's see.
So was one good or bad?
That was the amount of consecutive loops that we didn't go over. That was
Ah, so good.
Good.
So
Okay.
let's see. We have
Good one.
one gamer just to say nah to this. Two gamers that lock the fuck in, and then two other gamers that were just like,
I,
funny.
Estrella's reaction to the whole thing is, "This is gay. I'm going back to bed."
One of them
Literally.
going, nah. Two, and then we have Vin and Off locking the fuck in.
Fun fact. By refusing to participate in the illusion it created is what allowed you to escape the illusion. It tries
pretty
to
epic.
trap people through the use of intrigue.
That makes sense.
You just get out because you're like, nah, this shit boring.
This is gay.
Legit,
Literally,
woke up,
I'm not dealing with this.
woke up, I don't smell breakfast, going back to bed.
It's too early for breakfast to be served. All right. Have the clown
Oh,
wake
hold
me.
on. I think Moon wants to go out of my room. Hey, Moon.
Moon.
Someone have the clown wake me when breakfast is ready.
And in the clowns.
Send in.
For those of you who don't
the
know, Moon is my cat.
Cat.
Kitty.
Cat. Also,
Wait,
for those who don't
girl.
know, I have a hamster who is permanently in my bedroom. His name is Biscuit, and I love him.
Everyone knows
Who
who
would win in
Bean
a
is. He
fight?
screams at me every day.
I
We
fucking
all
love
love
Who would win in a
Bro.
fight? Biscuit or Moon?
Probably Moon. It's a cat.
Probably Moon because
Bro, nah. Fucking Biscuit chases the other two cats in my house all around all the time. Murphy and Midge are fucking scared the shitless of fucking Biscuit.
But is he in the ball when he does it, where he's most protected in his armor, his power
Well,
armor?
Of course he's in the ball whenever he's in there, but whenever like Midget and
Power armor.
but whenever Midget and
Armor.
Murphy are in my room and I take him out, they leave. Whether he's in the ball or not.
I'm just saying, he's in the power armor. That's when he's most powerful. That's when he's most defended. When he's geared up, he can fight anything. Yeah, if you're geared up, you can fight anything, of course. I'm just saying, if we stuck Moon and naked ass Biscuit in a fucking arena, I don't think Biscuit's walking out of that one.
Okay, how about Green?
Because Moon is permanently armed. Its fucking knives are attached to it. Moon gets the advantage every single time. But Biscuit, when it's fully armored and actually in a proper like fighting mode, Biscuit would win.
Okay, how about Green?
We're power scaling our pets now.
Where does Alduin
Biscuit
fit?
wins with prep time.
Oh my
Alduin
god.
automatically loses because he's declawed.
Okay, how about Vega?
Varya wouldn't step out of her room.
Okay, where do you think Bean stands?
Here's the thing, Bean is the wild card.
Bean, I will tell you once. Like literally in the middle of a call because I wasn't feeding him fast enough, he unplugged my fucking computer.
I'm gonna say it. Bean is like when people try to power scale Bobobo, because Bobobo
Yeah.
is literally too powerful for any sort of power scaling. That's what Bean is.
Fair enough.
Anyway, go watch Bobobo. The best.
I
show
love
ever made. Slash Kirby
Bobo
right
Bobo
back at ya.
Bobo. That is
Oh,
literally
cat-
the best anime
cat.
ever.
Chat.
I,
By
I
the way, we
see.
put spider webs in these beans.
Wonderful.
Boba
So,
Dub is great.
Bro, your cat's so
Look at
fucking
her.
pretty. He's so pretty.
Oh, perceive. Am I a perceiving creature? Can I?
Oh, is it Vigar or is it the boy?
Oh,
it's Vigar.
it's a baby.
It's Vigar.
He gives kisses.
All right. Continuing on.
That's my fucking ear.
Uh,
That's so weird.
We are. So you have the thing grappled. We are back to the top of
Yeah.
initiative.
Oh wait, the clown never got his
Epic.
turn. The clown never got to act.
Clown
He
acts
said
on
He
he
your
goes
turn.
on
My-
your turn. I
Yeah,
just
my
didn't
turn
state what he
passed.
did.
Okay, fair enough.
You'll see what he did here in a minute.
Fair enough.
He's what I would refer to as a setup character. He's
Right.
doing a thing.
Oh,
He
wild
needs
card.
prep time.
Do
Yeah.
Back on, yeah.
as I'm
He's
scrambling.
clown Batman. He's dangerous with prep time.
Yeah, right.
Clown Batman.
As
Probably
I
lost
scramble, do I happen to notice my friend falling from the sky outside of a window?
I will give this to you. You see for about half a second Osk just elbow dropping past a window.
What a fool.
Welcome back, Lilith.
Fucking sticking my head out the window, seeing what's going on, like, ah, shit!
Oh, I wave at you as I go by.
And
I'm a Looney
everyone's like,
Tunes
you
character.
found it! Fuck yeah, alright!
Osk!
Yo, what up?
I'm getting out, I'm getting out!
Oh, thank God Osk is here.
What up?
I imagine fucking Mirrors just
Am I...
completely calm, like the chillest motherfucker. Like,
Oh,
oh hi,
could
Osk, how are you doing? Man, I've been looking
not
for
you know.
step on my computer while I'm doing things, Bean? I would like you to not.
He heard us talking about him and he wants to say
You
hi.
heard me
Hi, Bean.
talking about computer, yeah.
He
Like,
on the
oh, Bean computer.
No, get off of it, you freak. Anyway,
Hi, Bean.
how, from the window, how far am I from the situation?
You're about off the top of my head, I'm gonna say about 90 feet, like away from where this is all happening.
Okay. Where is...
Remember, you should also jump out the window and fucking elbow the guy.
I am not gonna do that.
It'd be really funny though.
It would be really funny.
We need hold on. We need like Wolverine throw again.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Actually, I mean, I could jump out the window if I wanted to. But I can feather fall myself. However, I don't. I feel like that would take up. That would take up too much like actionness. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chaos bolt it from the window.
That's fair.
Roll to
wall.
hit with your chaos bolt. 18 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so it does. Let's see. No, just give me the. No, shut up. Sorry, I'm
Number one,
yelling
you
at
You
it.
get to pick one or the other.
Level up.
Yeah, I don't know why it. Oh, because it does the two right.
Burrito.
Bean burrito.
Burrito.
I rolled.
I have a California burrito. It is
I
very
rolled
California.
They got fries in there?
I don't trust California burrito.
I rolled a
They do
6
be
and a
putting French
4.
fries in the burritos though.
They be putting French fry in the
So
burrito,
that's
so I don't trust that.
poison
I
and
think that's
force.
fine. I think that's fine.
So pick one. Poison or force.
Force.
All right. You blast this thing with a bolt of force for 18 damage.
Yeah.
That's even stream think that's fine. I think that's a fine idea. But
Anything else that you want to do on your turn?
Is it possible for me to feather fall out the window at this point?
You have already cast a leveled spell this turn.
That's true. Level. Ah, fuck. Forget about that rule
yeah, I
every
hate
time.
that rule.
All right. Then I'm standing here with
Oh,
my
right.
fucking.
We did change that rule, didn't we?
Oh.
Fucking rule sucks.
Yeah, we
Because
did. We changed it because we
changed
all
it.
agreed. Yeah, no, that
We
rule
changed that rule
sucks.
because it wasn't cool.
Cool rule. So like, why the fuck do you have it? Get that shit out of here.
So you, in theory, could feather fall.
I'm just gonna feather fall my ass out the window.
Let's go.
So I'm on the ground.
Oh!
And that will be my turn.
Pretty epic.
Hello, Murmur.
Oh, Mama, you're here too.
Y'all fucking. Who hit it first?
I did.
Shit!
You can't talk. You're a bear. Remember?
I can't talk.
Talk
Talk
can
is-
talk.
Is the
Oh,
bear.
yeah,
The
that's right.
druids can
No,
talk.
that is yeah, that's right. They changed that so druids can't talk.
Yeah.
Got him in the
Which
goblins.
I
I
was
did.
Playing two
happy about
four.
because I do enjoy talking and I don't enjoy not being able to.
That's fair. I got him right in the gizzard. I did.
Yes. So
Fuck
you
yeah.
can cast as many spells as you are capable of. That is to state that one action, one bonus action, one reaction if you're capable.
Yeah, because the thing is
That's right.
feather fall's a reaction. So. Yeah. That was an action and a reaction. And movement.
Epic.
So that's it. That's my turn.
All right. Fair.
Yes,
Bear up. Bear up. Bear up.
it's chompy time.
Would since Oscar's grappling, would that count for flanking?
It should.
We don't do flanking.
Oh right, yeah, Evie doesn't
Oh.
do flanking.
Yeah.
That's
Flanking's
fair.
illegal in Eevee's economy.
Damn.
Chunk.
In shambles.
In Evie's economy.
Yeah.
The Eevee economy.
In Evie's America.
This is Eevee.
America.
In Eevee's America, there is no flanking. 15 hits, right? 'Cause it's like
True.
I'm not seeing your roll in the
15
Yeah, I
chat.
is a
see your
hit. Roll
roll.
damage.
I'm not seeing your roll in the chat.
I see it.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's because of the bear sheet. It's all goofy.
Oh, yeah.
I am so glad I gave this thing so much health.
and then
Right.
17 altogether.
Epic.
Swag. Very swag.
YOLO swag.
All right, and that is my turn.
Alrighty then. Okay. It is gonna be the creature's turn next. It's currently getting its ass kicked.
It's being
It really is.
I just hope that like
Uh,
it's making enough noise in real life that everyone else can figure out where it is.
It is, and it is funny you mentioned that. I'm gonna make a roll for this thing.
Oh.
It is decided that this is not worth it.
The beast gave up. We made him rage quit.
Bro
So,
was like,
question.
nah.
Are you all going to attempt to resist what happens next?
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know
What
what's
happens
happening
next.
I can't tell you that. Are you resistant? Is the only question you get
I
asked.
don't know what's happening, so I guess not.
How
since
would
I don't know
I-
what's happening?
I don't know what's happening. Yeah. So
I don't.
how
I
do I?
don't know.
How can
Is
I
it gonna,
resist
like,
something that I don't know is happening?
Is it going to move through physical space? Because I am grappling it, and I suppose I continue to try
Technically,
to grapple it.
no.
Okay. Well, as long as it does something that doesn't interfere with me grappling with it, I suppose I will not resist.
I will not resist as long as it doesn't fucking kill me, I guess.
Dude, I don't even know what's going on. I'm just fucking here.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
don't
even here.
You all feel your vision blur as this thing lets out a long howl.
Oh shit! I need glasses.
Oh fuck.
You all wake up a few moments later in the medical ward.
Fuck
Joe
me, what
Biden,
Hey,
wake up.
I have a question.
Shoot.
Does wild happen while he's in the dream? So is Miras a bear right now?
Oh my god.
Miras is a bear right now, yes.
Did Mirrors
That's
crush
funny.
his bed on
He-
Did
like,
Mirrors
they,
crush
they
his
just
bed on
literally
accident?
sat like in the
Mirrors
medical ward
crushes it.
staring at his body just like turn into a bear.
Mirrors
Yes.
accidentally
The
crushed
next
his bed.
thing, to our cybernetic cleric.
No.
'Cause you're gonna get
I have this funny thing where I can do this.
Get back
Wow.
here, you motherfucker. There we go.
Get back here.
Oh, that was good. Oh,
Well,
that
this
was
is
good.
actually just too epic and you're owned forever, so...
Someone
Oh.
post the
Sorry?
meme. Scott,
You
Post the meme.
arrive to where you heard the scream. To the people in the medical
Hold
ward,
on.
the clown that was with
Hold on a
you
minute.
is currently kind of in a meditative position, would be the best way to describe it.
Okay.
How do we feel about that bit, chat?
That was fucking
Space, space,
incredible.
space,
bro.
space, 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 space.
Fucking funny.
So, you arrive to where you heard the howl.
Yeah.
You have your weapon prepped, ready to, beat into submission, whatever this thing is. As you arrive and it turns to you, I need to make a roll. It looks like it is prepared to defend itself as it suddenly tenses and drops dead.
Okay, kind of weird.
The clown wakes up shortly after.
I hit it.
Above table, in
The clown
the
just killed it.
dream, the clown was making a fucking bomb.
Oh!
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
Yo, he's
Those
the
are
Joker!
bugs, though.
Can we keep him?
I like this
Joker.
clown.
No.
He's
The
the
reason I
Joker!
asked if you all were resisting was to see if you all were going to attempt to force the connection to stay so you could try to finish this thing off. It was
Ah.
that low
I
that you
did
all could have
not-
attempted to kill it
That
right
was
there.
what was gonna happen.
Well,
I'm
it's
gonna hit
dead
I gotta make sure.
anyway, so
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Double tap.
Bat.
Double tap.
It is
You
prone, so
hit
there's
its
advantage.
dead. You hit its dead corpse.
It's dead.
I punch it.
I think like Murmur just like up in the medical we're like, oh.
Ben just waking up. Oh fuck me! What the hell? Where the hell am I?
Okay.
That was
Miras wakes
certainly
up
quite
having.
the outing.
Can somebody send
Miras
What
that
wakes
the
up.
group of archivists that were with me? Because they probably have no idea where the fuck I went.
Yes, you
Miras
not
wakes up
confused.
on what I'm assuming is a broken bed and starts profusely apologizing.
Mayor's, look what you done. You ruined the bed.
I didn't know I was going to break a bed when I transformed the dream.
So-
I didn't realize it wasn't a dream.
Who
You know, you should be
who
more
had
considerate.
on their bingo card monster who would make us stuck in illusion and feed off of our life force until we all died? Anyone?
What's
I
bingo?
did.
Ah,
What?
bingo!
What's
It was
bingo?
on my bingo card.
Miras is that not Miras. Why am I saying my name? Murmur. Is that an archivist thing? Bingo cards for various methods of death things going horribly wrong.
Oh, actually,
Because if so, I would love to have a card.
Oh fuck, we gotta get you in on that then.
Yo,
It-
we're doing bingo.
It's kind of
No,
it's
let's
like
play
a
Archive Bingo.
archive bingo.
Yo,
Yeah.
bingo night.
Yo.
Every time something fucked up happens, you
Maybe you
I
gotta
love-
make archive bingo now.
That's a good fucking bit.
What's bingo? What's bingo?
You don't know what bingo is, my boy?
You don't
You're
know.
not here.
Oh, where?
it's you know you get a card of a bunch of numbers and then somebody with like a random number pool, you know, you could do it with paper or like sometimes they have these little ball things.
Little
And they
ball,
grab a
yeah.
random one and call out like the number, and you cross it out on your paper, and if it all lines up, you win. And usually it's like money or something, or like coupons.
Right. Do we win anything if we win yours?
There's probably somebody who put some cash down on it. There's a cash pool in it.
I want in.
Fuck yeah.
Mirrors will remain the bear.
As you all are recovering, sort of getting out of your half-dreamed stupor, a very nicely dressed clown walks up to all of you.
Oh, fuck me, you're real.
How'd you say
I'm as real as you are, which is still up to debate. Which is...
Yes, help! I saw you! You were fighting with Vin!
How did you,
This is coming out of the bear, by the way. He's still a bear.
How did they end up in the same dreamboat?
Anyway, that's Mirius, that's Murmur, that's Orsk.
Where's Orin? Orin was in my dream, but he didn't
fuck Orin!
Nyan.
Is that what he says?
No, I was just mimicking the cat. Orin is currently on a bed nearby, just staring off into the middle distance.
Okay, Orin's here. Okay, we're good. Orin's alive.
The clown gives you all a deep bow. Allow me to introduce myself properly. My name is Borealis.
We were lucky you were there. What was that at the end there?
I was kind of hoping all of you would have the answer to that question.
Well, we don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly what it is, but I know it.
It was some sort of horrid beast.
It's one of those things that keeps a bunch of people unconscious through illusions, and then feasts on your life force until you shrivel up and die.
Color me surprised when me and my troop arrived at the bathhouse, only for that to happen to us.
Yeah, you and us both,
it's a
man.
Coward.
It truly was a little bit of a shit, wasn't it?
It was very startling. I was very upset. I didn't like being alone.
That I would, have a much more relaxing time after trudging through floor fucking 2 and
nothing happened there.
Nightmare birds.
You see, the puzzle would have been very fun if it wasn't so deadly, but other than that, it was just exhausting.
Well, if it's a puzzle you'd like, I can give you one.
Oh yes, I love puzzles.
They hand you a pair of trick rings.
Oh, trick rings.
Mirrors is gonna try and figure out the trick rings with bear paws.
If you need help, I can help
with
you.
With bear paws.
Mirrors, I think you're better
with your bare hands.
Wait, baby, do you remember how Totoro grabbed the umbrella?
Yes.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how baby favorite Ghibli film now.
It's so fucking good. Mirrors, seeing that this is going to be a terrible idea to try and do this with bear paws, does decide to return to fish.
Yeah,
return to fish.
That's
why we. That's why he called. That's why. Yeah.
That's fish.
Fish.
Yes, I forget sometimes. I am a druid, and so I can change forms. I just often forget that I am not always in this one. And so when Vin calls me fish and I am not a fish, it can be a little confusing, I suppose. My name is Mirrors, by the way.
I already introduced you.
Okay.
I have a distinct feeling we will all be seeing each other again at some point.
I would hope so. You do seem lovely.
Hopefully under better circumstances,
Maybe
we're not being hunted for our life force energies or whatever.
I think it would be good if you could give Vin some
what?
makeup tips.
Oh no,
Oh.
Why does everybody assume I'm wearing makeup?
Because they aren't aware that
Weren't you a
clown is
clown?
a species here.
Oh, you're new here.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, that's very interesting.
I'm sure that was hysterical. I didn't expect Finn to be running into one so soon. I was gonna save that as a surprise.
Yeah, it was quite the misunderstanding. I'd rather not go over it any further.
Yes, but it's always quite funny.
I laugh at your suffering. Haha.
Like, fuck off. Go have a wank somewhere else about it.
But yes, to explain, around here we are a species. If you're going to ask me where we're from, I have no idea, but don't exactly do the whole history thing.
Do I know where the clowns are from?
You do, actually, if you would like to roll history to recall that information.
Oh boy.
That's a 10.
You know, it's not really coming up right now.
Yeah, it's whatever. We all come from somewhere. Except me.
Yeah, you came from here.
Yeah.
Which is
Matt,
kind
it's
of
the white- I
nowhere,
hate you for
technically, but...
I hate that white baby.
Maybe we'd love.
But yes, with that, I really must be going. My troop must be worried sick.
Yes, I'm sure they need you.
Until next we meet, Mental Gen.
Indeed.
What did he call me?
Can you call me a floor?
Mental Gen, I love that. That's a very silly phrase.
You see him walk up, open a window, and just kind of lean out of it and fall.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like him very much. He's lovely. Vin, you should get some tips from him. I think he would be much more entertaining.
Oi! My routine is very good at what it is for.
Well, I'm just saying, even if it is good, it can always be improved by incorporating unique and external, influence.
It does not take long for your group's escort to arrive and immediately run over to Orin.
Of course.
What's her name again? So I can remember. I want to scroll up in my notes.
Let me get her name out. Her name is Callie.
Yeah.
Callie, right.
They hated Jesus because he told them the truth.
I just thought of this when I heard that. I'm like, I gotta make this video of the brainworm.
This is so cursed. How dare you subject me to such a concept?
No, hey, it's not my idea.
That was pure
you
white
made
baby.
this.
No,
Yeah, but white baby gave the idea, so who's really to blame?
Yeah.
White baby.
It was my
That's
idea,
right.
actually.
I'm just saying we
Blame
blame
the friend.
we blame the white girl.
Blame the French, actually.
Yeah, always blame
Yeah,
the French.
yeah,
I
I
already
think that's
blame the
true.
French enough. I can't blame them for everything.
No, you can't. I do it
I
all.
Oh, you'd be
think-
surprised.
I think we can blame them for more.
I think we should
Personally.
just blame the entirety of Europe.
No, you got a point there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey,
No.
We
don't
can
go.
we can blame the French.
This is
for
a
the English
conversation for
language.
later.
Or
Anyway,
is it?
Callie is currently talking in a babble that is incredibly difficult to understand.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Nonsense.
Just let her get it out.
Oh, you two done? You two done there?
After about 5 minutes or so of this, Orin just speaks up. I missed you too. boss.
I did do my very best to keep him safe while we were in there. In what way I could, of course. Though
When
he
you
did
start speaking, she seems to stiffen up for a second, clear her throat, and brush herself off to make herself more presentable again. I have to thank you. I can't imagine how long it would have taken us to figure that out if it weren't for your help.
You're welcome for that. You know, it was real hard trying to figure that out. You know, occasionally if you look out the right window and suddenly some horrid beast sticks in the head. You know, I mean, you have a knife in your hand. Things it gets a little bit messy, doesn't it?
Yeah, you
The
look out the
clown-
window, you
Shout
see a
out
thing that
on your
everyone else
ass
is
for
fighting,
getting it
so you
first.
jump
We were
onto
looking
it.
for it.
Look, I was trying
Yes,
to see if I
the
could find
clown
somebody
captain.
besides our good friend Borealis there, who just our good friend the window dropper. But you know,
That
Well,
could
if you're
apply.
going to
I
say
feel
window
like that can
dropper-
now apply to several people.
I was about to
How
say,
many of us
like,
have left through windows?
Me.
so far.
well, I mean, I've left through many a window and back in my world, you know. But who's counting? Anyway, yes, you're welcome.
She seems to think for a moment.
I also bid it.
Yes, there has to be a way that I can repay you for this.
Accept payment in money.
Bonk you on the head.
Does it-
Another. Can we give Vin another swig of that energy drink that you have?
Hey, no, I don't want to go through that again, mate.
No.
I also
We'll
don't have a
focus-
lot of those.
We'll do something. I'm gonna give you something different next. I have some ideas.
It takes a
I have some
very
ideas.
long trip up to floor 43 to get more of those.
Yeah,
That is
no,
very
that's
disappointing.
not.
But when we get up there,
But when we
it will be nearly unlimited, wouldn't it?
You
I'm
know
not
what? You can drink as many
unlimited,
as you want, Nereus.
No, I want to feed them to you. It's funny.
I don't want to drink them. It upset my stomach. It hurt my throat.
All right. I think I know how I can repay you. Wait here.
Oh.
She walks away for a little while.
I'm just gonna sit. I'm sitting on the floor.
He's just sitting
I'll
on
sit
on the edge of his bed.
No, it's
like
full time.
a white monster curly.
Sitting
And
on the floor.
eventually comes back.
It's floor time.
With-
Miris is on the floor too.
Yo,
and eventually
floor
comes back
time.
with some kind of rolled up map.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Map?
Oh,
I like
what's
maps.
this?
She will hand it to you, Vin.
I take it.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
Party leader.
You know, we love to
explain.
help. We love to help.
To explain, our people are not adventurous. But a long time ago, a rather, let us just say, prestigious guest left this for us as payment for the services we rendered. If the owner of that map was to be believed, it is a method to navigate the archives faster than a normal individual would. I was told that your goal here is to go up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
what
know,
they need.
we really
Then
want to see
perhaps
what's
this-
up there. Yeah.
Then perhaps this might assist in expediting the process.
Oh, yes, that would be very good. We were already very behind schedule, and this has probably pushed us back even further.
Tell you what, love, you're a great help. Thank you.
They nod. I cannot guarantee that the contents of that map are 100% accurate. Again, it was kind of given to us as a method of payment. That guest was particularly. Well, I'm pretty sure he's dead now, so I can say this boring.
Damn.
Murmur,
What?
do you think that Nova might be able to tell us how accurate the map is?
You know what?
Where is that? Where is that little thing?
Ooh.
Where is she?
I haven't seen Nova in a minute.
Where's Nova? Yeah.
Who's Nova?
The sloop.
My best friend.
Fun
Our-
fact: you guys never introduced Callie to Nova.
Oh.
Where's
I'm so
Nova's
sorry.
bucket?
We have a sloom.
Where's Nova's bucket?
We have a GPS sloom.
Next thing,
Keep 'em in a
you
bucket.
all have lost track of Nova.
Oh.
Piss.
Fuck.
Oh, piss. We lost Nova.
Okay, nobody panic. Let's look for our sloom.
If he gets hungry, do you think he'll come?
I don't know if it's gonna do that. Let's just go.
Let's go look
Look
him.
for our sloom.
What do they look
When
like?
was the last time anyone
It
seen?
looks like a sloom.
Fluffy, sloom-like.
Oscar, what was its real name again? Maybe it would
Oh.
help.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Are you?
Okay.
Don't give the poor thing traumatic flashbacks again.
I just want to make sure we find
Mark
it before
Webber?
anyone does anything to it. I'm just gonna.
Oh, oh, poor Mark Webber, poor Nova, you know. Or whatever they are, honestly, you know, whoever they are. We gotta
Mark
find
Webber,
them.
the kaiju fighter.
Yeah. Listen, we gotta find them, and hopefully they're still in the bucket.
I do hope that Nova still has its bucket.
Hopefully they're still in their bucket. All right, I need to get properly suited up, and let's get going.
What do we need to roll to look for Nova?
Can I roll Nova?
Can we roll Nova?
My ability score for my unbreakable bond with my best friend Nova.
As you all arrive in the main section of the bathhouse, you all see Nova with their bucket in their lap, currently kind of just floating along. And there is another sloom with them.
Naked Nova.
Naked Nova.
They don't wear clothes. They're slooms.
Yeah, but
they're
it's
always
not in the
Yeah, but
bucket.
missing
They're
the bucket.
They're missing the bucket.
It's like when you take a collar off of an animal that normally wears a collar, and they just look so much more naked for no reason.
It feels naked, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like wearing shoes, but with nothing else.
Yeah,
it's
it just
more naked
feels
than normal.
more naked.
There is a second sloom with them.
Oh.
Oh god, they've replicated, haven't they?
Nova?
Where
did that other sloom come from?
They both look up to you.
Oh no.
Nova 1 and Nova 2?
Are you both Nova?
Oh, no. I just didn't know which one of us you were referencing.
What? What?
Okay.
What's that mean?
Alright, Nova, who are you exactly? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Sulta.
Where did you come from?
I came from the gelatinous sloomer organism.
Right.
Nova, did you make this sloom or did it appear here?
Why would I make a sloom out of somebody? Unless they ask. Are you asking to become one?
No one's asking to be a sloom.
Did someone ask? We're just kind of curious why there's another one right here.
Oh, no. This one's older than I am, actually. Hi.
Oh.
That's comforting.
Okay.
It's comforting to know that you didn't kill anyone. That's good.
We don't kill people. We turn them into slooms. It's very different.
Yeah.
Ego death.
Tomato, whatever.
Okay.
Do you fear death, Vin?
This is not the time or place for this conversation.
If you do, becoming a sloom solves that problem.
Hey, No. Bad. Boundaries. We've talked about
By
this.
the way, that was the new Sloom saying that, by the way.
Oh my god.
Hey, no. I've already had this conversation about boundaries with that one. I need to have it with you.
Nova, are you alright?
Yes?
Is everything okay? What were you doing while we were asleep?
Floating.
Okay. So you're okay. That's good. Can you help us with something?
Yeah.
Can we show Vin, can you show him the map?
Of course. I show Nova the map. Can you tell
How
us how accurate
accurate-
this is?
They look at it for a couple of moments. I don't know how to read.
Fuck me, of course we. Oh, you! I point to the other one. Can you tell me how good this is?
Look at the map.
I don't know how to read either.
I love this so much, but I fucking hate him. Oh my god.
Of course, we end up with the illiterate slooms.
Both
are there
Slooms don't know how to read.
Are there any slooms your age that do know how to read?
Yes.
Do you know where we can find one?
Yes.
Also, I thought you said that you retained the knowledge of the thing that you were before you became a sloom, and were you not a person that knew how to read?
That's right. Hey,
Nova looks kind of confused at this for a moment as Sultra speaks up.
Okay, that requires an explanation. Just because we retain the knowledge doesn't mean we know how to use it.
Does it?
Is there a way that we can teach you how to use it so that you can re-access that information, because it would be of great value to us?
The person I'm about to send you to is going to be a very good example of why you probably shouldn't be doing that.
All right.
Hold on, I want to test something. Hey, Os, can you come over here?
Yeah? What's going on?
Can you ask our good friend here if they can read the map? You know, your best friend. What's his name?
Oh, you mean if Mark Weber can read this map?
Oh my god.
This is my favorite bit. You don't understand.
It's really funny.
These eyes have long since stopped being mine.
Oh my god.
Other Sloom, you said your name was Silta, right?
Yes. That's 2 eyes.
What was the name of
Wait, you
what
can
you were
spell,
before
but you can't read?
Also Silta.
I don't believe these.
You were always Silta. What was Silta before you were a Sloom?
I was always a slum.
You've always been a Sloom, so you are not one of the Slooms
I
that was
came from the
created by another Sloom.
I came from the gelatinous superorganism. I was made like
Not a Sloom convert.
Oh.
Gotcha.
So you are always a Sloom. You are not a Sloom that was created by a not Sloom.
That is correct. That is why I am marginally smarter than Nova.
Marginally. Okay.
Only
Who is-
marginally.
Okay. Where do we need to go to have something tell us how accurate the map is?
Okay. There are 2 ways you could do this.
Mm-hmm.
First, you could try to find somebody who's accurate with that era. Very unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
Second, you could attempt to communicate with the Sloom superintelligence.
What are the chances of us being unwillingly sloomed by the Sloom superintelligence?
As long as you don't try to hurt it, none.
Alright. How do we get to the Sloom superintelligence?
Would you like to speak to the Sloom superintelligence?
Yes, please.
They engulf your head.
Oh no!
Oh god, no!
Wait. I think it's okay.
By the way, this isn't an oh no. This is a.
I'm holding my hand up. I think it's just communicating.
I would like to note Australia still isn't here.
Maris.
Yes.
A few moments later, you fall unconscious.
Oh. Oh boy. Well, either I wake up as a sloom or I wake up me. It doesn't matter anymore, I suppose.
So, Maris.
Yes.
You, in your perception, open your eyes, find yourself in a rather normal-looking office. Wait, what?
Interesting. I'm assuming there's a gigantic sloom here of some sort? Or is it just...
There's a fairly normal... Actually, there is a sloom that is slightly bigger than usual sitting behind a desk.
But not, like, absurdly large. Oh, hello.
Not absurdly large. They're about, like, a head shorter than you are.
And what's your name?
I am the Sloom Gelatinous Superintelligence.
All right. Sloom Gelatinous Superintelligence. Do
My
I
friends
have...
call me Slave. Don't think about it.
Okay.
Think about it.
Well, what was that full acronym again? Sloom what?
Sloom Gelatinous Superintelligence.
Can I give you a different name that I think might be a little less offensive?
Sure.
May I call you Soup?
Sure.
Okay. Do I have the map with me, or am I able to, like...
Yeah, you have the map on you.
Okay. I need to know how accurate this map is. It's very important that if we follow it, that it doesn't take us the wrong direction.
Ah, okay. You need the assistance of the Slooms. Okay.
Yes.
To be clear, you need something translated.
Yes.
Okay. All Slooms are dyslexic.
Oh.
Yo, me!
Oh.
Real?
I'm dyslexic.
I'm
Real!
dyslexic
Pretty sure we all are.
My
Slooms-
numbers and words get scrambled.
Slooms
I'm a sloom.
have a very hard time seeing, like, two-dimensional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way that I have to make their eyes.
Hey, this might be a wild use of it, but is there water in this room?
You're not sure. You're not even sure if this is technically classified as a room.
Okay.
This place is weird.
Okay. Is there...
Small little details of this place change whenever you look away from them.
This is a psychological occurrence.
This is a psychological construct.
As a can I, like, try and think hard about water to see if that helps? Like, get water here? I need water.
All you succeed in doing is making your chair moist.
Yippee! Feed yourself!
Pissed himself.
Damn!
Yeah. They continue with their explanation. See, the Sloom eye technically isn't an eye. It's a layered collection of light-based photoreceptors, one on top of the other on top of the other. It's like 30 layers of that. It's like... See, Slooms don't have a brain. They technically are a brain.
Would it be better if I read it to you? So you wouldn't have to look at it?
Honestly, that might make it worse.
Why is that?
Okay, it has to do with the information processing. I'm receiving your cognitive neural function through the Sloom you asked to get in contact with me.
Okay.
You technically aren't talking to me. You're talking to the Sloom, and then the Sloom is talking to me.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So that would make it worse, I understand.
That's why I look like whatever I look like to you. I can't actually see the room you're in.
Okay. So what's next, then?
Okay. First, which Sloom sent you here? Did you actually think to get a name?
Yes, I did.
Okay, which one was that?
It was Silta with 2 eyes.
Okay, so it was an actual Sloom and not somebody who got turned into one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, if Silta sent you here, they probably legitimately thought I might be able to do something. Okay. I can't translate the map from here.
Mhm.
But if you come to me, I might be able to do that.
Yes. I think that would help a lot more. How do I get to you? Because I asked Silta and they.
What floor are
swallowed
you
me.
on? I need a number.
It's 4, right? We're on floor 4.
3.
3. Okay, we're on floor 3, and we're heading up towards floor 4.
Okay, so you're at the floor with that weird city.
Yes, and we're at the bathhouse specifically.
Oh, I love that place. Well, my Slooms love that place. I can't visit for reasons that will become evident when you get here. For reasons.
Oh boy.
Okay. I am up on floor 4. I am 1 floor above you.
Okay.
Ooh.
You need to come to me. I can't come to you. Again, the reason for that will become immediately evident when you get here.
All right. I will go back to my friends, and I will let them know what we'll need to do, and we will meet you on floor 4. Okay?
Awesome. All right. I'll tell the Sloom guard to expect you.
Yes, thank you. My name is Miris, by the way. So
I know.
that you know, tell them. Oh, okay. Sure. How do I get out of here?
You don't, technically. We have to wait for Silta to let you out.
Okay. While we wait for that, do you want to talk a little longer, I guess?
Sure, what do you want to talk about?
Well, tell me more about yourself. I know that you're the Sloom super intelligence, but I understand very little of what that means.
Okay. So, the standard mind is split into conscious and subconscious, right?
Yes.
Well, Slooms are a little different. That's split into three layers. The conscious, the subconscious, and the superconsciousness. I'm that third thing. See, Slooms get smarter the more of them that there are in close proximity to each other.
Oh, like Scrit.
I designed them like this. And before you think I'm a god, no, I'm more like a massive gelatinous superorganism.
Mm-hmm.
See, when a Sloom isn't really a biological creature. They're basically the biological equivalent of a Roomba. They're how I eat. They're
Oh. Oh, so when we feed Nova, we're feeding.
kind of. See, occasionally a Sloom will return to me and deposit a chunk of what they've gathered back to me, and that's what I eat.
Interesting.
So the Slooms are basically a feeding mechanism. It just so happens that they also keep the archive clean, which is why I'm allowed to stay around. Which is fine.
Mm-hmm. I come to understand that there's not really any way to get rid of you.
Well, the Slooms are basically immortal because you can't really kill something that isn't alive to begin with.
Ah, okay, so that's how it works.
See, the Slooms are basically consciousness given biomass. So long as there is biomass in their form, they can't die.
Mm-hmm.
And they can replenish it by basically coming into contact with anything.
Even in organic materials?
Yes, if Nova was so particularly inclined, they could eat their way through a titanium-laced door. It would take a while, but they can do that.
That might be useful for later. I'll keep that in mind.
Yes, bear in mind they can't do that in any reasonable amount of time or with any real accuracy. This is a point of contact thing.
That is fair.
But a Sloom is basically just a walking stomach.
Mm-hmm. Why do the Slooms call you slave?
Okay, that's a bit of a quirk for how their heads work.
Mm-hmm.
See, in order to ensure that everything works properly, I kind of have to dumb them down a bit whenever they're not together.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than referring to me by my full title, they started referring to me by a shorthand instead. That's something they just started doing themselves. And it eventually settled on slave because it sounded very close to, in their heads, gelatinous super consciousness or gelatinous super intelligence.
Understand. That is why I thought that soup might be better though, because soup short for super, but it also isn't slave,
Yeah.
which I feel like is a little bit demeaning. I'm not
Well, to
entirely
my species, names don't really matter.
Well, I know, but it makes me feel better.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with whatever you want to call me, so long as you understand that that is what you're calling me.
Yes.
But yeah, see, as a defense mechanism, I couldn't get Slooms to be able to hurt people. Their whole function is just converting matter into a kind of semi-organic slurry, right?
Mhm.
So, as a defense mechanism, I empowered them with the ability to turn other things into Sloom. Which is why whenever somebody hurts a Sloom, they get turned into one.
I see. And how exactly are the Slooms that are created by Slooms different from the Slooms that were created by you?
They have previous memories.
And that's it?
You'd be surprised how different that actually makes something. The ones that I make, they kind of come out and just sort of accept what they are.
Mm-hmm.
But the Slooms that are made have a kind of conflict going in their head.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that seems to be what's been going on with Nova.
There isn't really a healthy way to deal with it. There isn't. I've tried in the past, but it never goes well, and I always feel a little bad after.
Is there a notable difference between between the Slooms that were something before, that asked to be made into a Sloom versus the ones that were forcibly turned into one?
Biologically, they are completely identical.
Well, yes, but I mean mentally.
If they did
Are
it
the ones
willingly,
that
the transition is easier.
are they still haunted in the same way?
Probably not. I'm referred to as a super intelligence, but I'm not literally a hive mind. I don't have constant access to them all, but I can take control of a Sloom remotely.
Mm-hmm. Do you do so often?
Depends on what I'm doing at the moment. The Slooms that I make are just literal extensions of my body.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like asking, how often do you move your fingers?
That is an interesting way to think about it, huh?
Yeah. While I'm not in control, the Slooms may have a mind of their own, but they're like the tips of my fingers. They're part of me. Of course, I'm going to exercise control over them rather frequently.
So you said that the way that you look now is Silta's version of you?
Okay.
How does that work?
So what you're seeing right now is a kind of pseudo-psychological construct. Remember how I said that you're not talking to me, you're talking to Silta, and then Silta's
Yes.
relaying that to me? I'm relaying that message to Silta, and then Silta's giving that to you.
Mm-hmm.
In essence, we're talking through a middleman here. The
I
room,
understand.
quote unquote, that you're probably seeing at the moment is basically a kind of psychological construct Silta shunted you into while they're currently worming around in your skull, making this work.
That sounds very uncomfortable, but it doesn't seem to be causing
And
any.
that's why you're asleep.
Oh. Does time work weird here? Have I been suddenly asleep for hours on end?
You've been
and
out for
this
about 10
conversation's only
seconds.
been. Okay, good. So it's the shorter version of time is weird, not the
Correct.
longer one where it feels like it's been a few minutes and I've actually been asleep for days.
Correct.
Okay.
Time passes faster here because, well, gelatin is super organism. I can just speed things up. Saying time passes faster isn't correct. The perception of time passes faster. But think of it like this. What Silta is projecting to you is what I look like to them in their head.
So of
which
course
is a slightly bigger slope.
Which is very cute, for the record. A slightly bigger sloom. I think that the slooms are adorable. My other party members may or may not disagree, but I enjoy slooms. I like your presence. I don't like.
Thank you. I had to take a while to get the look right.
Yes. I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that Nova keeps trying to turn me into one, but other than that, the slooms are adorable. Adorable.
That's a reflex of them. You know how a lot of biological creatures have a natural need to reproduce?
Yes, and since they have to reproduce that way, yes, that makes sense.
That's basically Nova fishing for consent.
I understand.
And before you ask, no, I can do nothing about that.
I didn't think so.
There are certain biological drives that are incredibly important for a biological creature standard functioning that if I were to rip out, the slooms would just cease functioning as intended. For example, as weird as it may seem, slooms do have a survival instinct.
Yes, it's not. Doesn't seem to be routinely needed, but I do understand. I would hope that we're alive.
Yeah, they also have a predatory drive. Believe it or not, the slooms are actually designed to be predatory.
No, that makes sense because I'm sure that while they can use inorganic matter to make more biomass, I feel like it would probably be easier to have organic materials.
Well, sometimes I do need inorganic matter. That's getting into my diet, which is going to be a whole thing.
Well, I hope to talk to you far more because you are very interesting, and I do like you. You're very nice to talk to. Very informative.
I've become quite well spoken over my many, many, many centuries in the archive, interacting with people through my little creations. Oh, looks like Silta's about to eject you. Recommendation: hold your breath.
Will do. And Mirrors will hold his breath.
To the rest of you, about 20 seconds have passed.
Oh, Stray, look at this.
Mirrors, you jolt awake.
I'm assuming Estrella is here now, so I'm like, oh, yeah, Stray, look at this, as I'm poking Mirrors' like unconscious body.
No.
Half absorbed into a sloom.
Not back yet.
I kind of
not back yet.
No.
I sort of like appear over your vision. I'm looking down at you from upside down. I'm like, hey, you good?
Yeah, Vin's just squatting over you, squatting next to you. Just oh, you wake up now.
I have a bit of a headache, but I'm assuming that's because there was a sloom in my head. That was a very good and informative conversation. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to translate the map remotely through Silta because Silta effectively is working as a middleman. So we are going to have to go see them, and they are on floor 4.
Right.
Well, I guess
Nova speaks up.
going.
We're gonna go see Slave?
Yes. Apparently.
Yes.
They're gonna see what?
I called them Soup. They said that Soup was okay.
Soup.
But
Silta speaks up. Slave is our name for the
the super intelligence.
That.
The gelatinous
think
super intelligence.
I think Soup makes a better name.
Oh,
Because Slave
I
just
like
sounds
Soup.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Why?
It has connotations. Maybe you could ask Mark.
God.
Who's Mark?
God.
Slooms don't have
Pretty
the
evil.
necessary context for why that name is upsetting to things that do. Slave is just what it sounds like.
Anyway, mate. So what's the quickest way upstairs? And I was hoping to explore the city a bit more, but we got time. We got places to be. Behind schedule and all that.
I do recommend
can't keep the big furry bitch outside waiting.
I do recommend we at least take a few stops inside the city before we.
Nova speaks up. The door on this level does not have a challenge. However, it only opens once a week.
Well, you know what?
Gives us time.
Keeps that consort of ours off our ass for a bit. We can explore and have fun on our own.
When is it opening next, Nova?
That would be in 4 days.
All right.
I think.
I say, we find Estrella and go have ourselves some fun about town.
Let's not mention to Estrella that my head was swallowed by a sloom.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that would give her.
You taste delicious, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
You stop that.
Silta, will we be seeing more of you? You specifically, not you, Sloom.
Oh, I don't know.
All right. Miras has come out of this encounter with a much more in-depth understanding of Slooms.
Yes.
And your head is very clean.
Very clean.
Any loose or dry scales have been munched off.
Yeah,
eating the dead skin and the dead scales, picking out any weird shit in them.
Yeah, it's you just kind of went through a pack of those fucking cleaner fish.
Yeah.
This is probably the cleanest and nicest Mirror scales have been since he left the ocean because they used to get picked by fucking cleaner fish.
Right, so let's go find Estrella and let's go have some fun about town, eh? I've got some things to do.
What are you planning to do in the city? Because you sound like you've already got plans. You don't even know where you're going.
No. I'm ready to see where the world takes me and go from there. It's called improvisation, mate. It's part of acting. It's good for you. You should learn it.
You said you had things to do.
Things to
Theft
do.
of opportunity is still theft.
Exactly. You're stealing my opportunity. Come on, let's go.
I mean, I was just wondering what you were up. You sounded like you had plans.
You know what? You want to be involved? I can involve you.
If you were willing, I was curious.
You know what?
You all hear a very familiar voice. Hello, again.
Oh, there you are, mate. Hello, mate.
Hey.
Have you
Are
been?
you okay?
I'm perfectly fine. Why do you ask? Yes.
I think we're all right.
Silta, that Sloom swallowed one of you.
Oh yes, I was trying to talk to the gelatinous superintelligence, and that's how they do so.
That's concerning.
Honestly, it seems like it was all for the better considering the state of my scales now. And I've got a little bit of a minor knocking in my head, but other than that, I feel like I'm perfectly fine. I think I got all this out. I trust Silta not to leave a part of her inside of my brain.
I don't know if you should.
Silta, you wouldn't leave a part of yourself inside of my.
The silence says it all, doesn't it, mate? Maybe you should listen to your thoughts.
there was not an adverse reason as to why I'm substantially okay with the idea of slooms.
Right.
You know, it's a bit of a crazy situation, that, you know.
Evie, I think it would be funny.
Is Evie there?
Where
Yes,
is Evie?
I'm listening.
Okay. I think it would be funny if there is in fact a tiny piece of Sloom inside of Mirror. Now he is friend. And like
That would be pretty funny.
He occasionally gets little whisperies from Soup.
The whispers of Soup.
Soup whispers, they call them.
They do, yeah. Liz, what did you think of that whole situation where they got their head engulfed into the bullshit? Everyone's well-known Sloom enjoyer, Estrella.
Man, yeah.
What does little Sloom enjoyer think of that?
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I figured either I was gonna get sloomed or I was gonna refine. And either way, it's really not my problem anymore. I am embracing the sloom mindset. If I become a sloom, it just fucking is what it is. That is not consent, though, Nova.
You can just see Nova creeping over, ready to bite them, like, oh.
Mirrors does have the Nova bite. And he gives them a pat on the head and a piece of candy.
Love the hairdryer.
That's a hairdryer? Holy shit.
They're super expensive nowadays.
It sure is. The Magnum 357 hair dryer.
The authentic Western gun hair dryer. You know, this is how Billy the Kid dried his hair.
Really?
Yeah, there's historical records of it. You know, it's the authentic one.
Wow.
Yeah, you can Google it. Google cowboy drying hair, and you'll see that.
I don't know if I want to Google this now.
I don't even know what would happen if you look that up.
It's phrased like one of those. Oh yeah, Google.
His name's Big Boobs. Google him online.
Yeah.
Google big boobs now online.
It's like that. You know, Daisy is only allowed in every 34th Mario release. This is true. Look up Daisy Rule 34 to prove it.
It's
exactly.
No, I don't know what the fuck will happen if you Google cowboy drying hair. I'm sure you'll find. I'm pretty sure you'll find some sort of fetish content if you try that. But you know,
it's the internet. Of course you will.
It's the internet. But you know, I'll do it. I'll do it. Since I'm not recording or anything. I can.
I did it for the bit, and this was the top. This was the top result.
I am specifically looking for shops that are selling raw meat and fish.
Cowboy Magic Super Body Shine Fast Dry Repel Dust Detangle Hair.
I think that's for horses.
Yep.
I also think it's for horses.
Yes, it is.
You should put it in your hair.
I went to Google Images, and I got like the most mind fuck of an image for this. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's AI generated.
Probably.
Because it looks like shit and it makes no sense, but what is that?
What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck?
I got this, which is definitely AI.
Is
like,
it a bong? It looks
AI.
like a bong.
I don't know what that's AI. That's AI.
It's just an AI man, but like
Cowboys.
So
I got an image that links to a guide on how to shape felt hats.
Oh.
That's it.
How to shape cowboy hats, step-by-step guide for felt and straw hats. That's what that one links. That's what that image links to on Google.
Bro, Sky, what the fuck is happening to the muscles in that man's arm? That's awful. I know it's AI, but still, like, what the fuck?
Then
he could be having lips in his arm.
Then there's a very very blurry image of the guy who plays Ladybug in 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 Bullet Train,
Oh
wearing
yeah.
a cowboy hat and holding a hairdryer
Okay.
in like a hotel room. I'm pretty sure it's from a movie, but like, what fucking movie is this?
Hey, Evie?
That Brad Pitt needs to be just what appears to be naked, except for a cowboy hat and a hairdryer.
Also,
in
the
town.
image you posted, the guy, his hair, the guy with like the silver white hair. I thought that was Shane from BuzzFeed Unsolved, and like watching.
He does kind of look like that. Yeah.
You know who he looks like to me?
Shane.
You know who the white haired guy looks like to me? And this is a weird fucking. He looks like the keeper of firearms and munitions from the British weapons museum that has like a YouTube channel about like reacting to guns in games, like how cursed they are, how accurate they are, and stuff.
Oh yeah.
The Royal British Armory. He looks like that guy. The keeper of firearms
you were
and
gonna
munitions,
ask
whose name I forgot.
I was just gonna say that while we're in town and everything, Mirrors is just gonna keep an eye out for any shops that are selling raw meat and fish.
All right. With that, I think we are going to call a session for tonight, so I can work on some of the town stuff over the week.
That's a good idea.
That's fair.
I think.
Your homework this week, everybody, is to send me a good idea of what you're going to be doing in town.
Oh, I think I've just finished mine then. Do I get bonus points?
I will still need it in writing.
Okay.
And with that, for those who might be watching the VOD later, we wish you all a merry night and a very happy April 11th, 2025. Good night and good luck.
You want Venus
Hashtag Eevee is over party.
Woohoo!
And that is